Hi everyone, we are Group 9. My name is Chance Longdale, and alongside Braden Long and Tanner Wells Stevens, we created a machine learning project focused on predicting employee attrition. Our project explores how AI can help businesses identify patterns in employee data to predict whether employees are likely to leave a company. We'll also discuss the business impact, technical process, and ethical concerns involved with using AI in HR decision making. The main goal of our project was to predict which employees are likely to leave a company before turnover actually happens. We used machine learning to identify patterns in employee data and create predictions based on factors like overtime, job satisfaction, income, and job role. We wanted to focus on real-world business application because employee retention is a major issue across many industries.
Employee turnover is expensive for businesses. When employees leave, companies lose productivity, spending money on hiring replacements, and invest additional time into training new employees. By predicting attrition earlier, companies can take action before employees decide to leave. This could help businesses improve stability, reduce costs, and create better work environments overall. To explain the AI simply, machine learning is basically the process of finding patterns in data. Our model looks at employee information and predicts whether an employee is more likely to stay or leave. You can think of it as assigning a risk score to employees based on different workplace factors. It's important to mention that this model is not meant to replace human decision making. It's only designed to assist HR professionals by providing additional insights.
For this project, we used the IBM HR Analytics dataset. The dataset included many different employee-related factors such as age, job role, monthly income, overtime, and job satisfaction. The main target we wanted to predict was attrition, meaning whether the employee stayed with the company or left. The screenshot on the slide shows an example of the actual dataset and some of the employee records we worked with during the project. This slide shows the overall workflow of our machine learning process. First, we loaded the dataset into Python and cleaned the data by converting text values into numbers so the model could process them. Next, we trained the model using employee data and then generated predictions about attrition. Finally, we evaluated the model's accuracy to determine how well it performed.
For our machine learning model, we used logistic regression. The model achieved approximately 89% accuracy overall, which means it performed fairly well at predicting employee attrition. However, one important limitation was that the model was much better at predicting employees who stay compared to employees who actually leave. The charts shown here include the classification report and visualizations from our results, which helped us better understand the model's performance. One of the biggest insights we discovered involved overtime. Employees who regularly worked overtime had a much higher chance of leaving the company compared to employees who did not work overtime. This suggests that workload and work-life balance may play a larger role in employee retention than companies sometimes expect. From a business perspective, this could help HR teams identify burnout risk earlier.
One challenge we faced was cleaning and preparing the data. Some information had to be converted from text into numerical values before machine learning could use it. Another challenge was balancing the data set because significantly more employees stayed than left, which made predictions more difficult. We addressed these issues through data pre-processing, testing, and evaluating the model multiple times to improve performance. This type of system could realistically be integrated into existing HR software or company dashboards. This model could run monthly, quarterly, and help to work identifying employees who may be at a higher risk of leaving. This would allow HR teams to step in early by adjusting workloads, improving support, or addressing workplace concerns before turnover occurs.
One major ethical concern is the possibility of bias in the data. The data set includes variables such as age and gender, which could unintentionally influence predictions. Even if those values are converted into numbers, bias can still exist within the model. Because of this, companies would need to regularly monitor fairness and avoid using the system in discriminatory ways. There are also important legal concerns. Companies should not use AI as the sole decision maker for employment actions because it could create discrimination risks or potential EEOC violations. Businesses would need to explain how the model works and ensure there is still human oversight involved in decision making.
Project also raised privacy concerns because employee data can include sensitive information such as income, satisfaction, and performance-related factors. Companies using systems like this would need to protect employee data carefully, maintain transparency, and prevent potential data breaches in order to preserve trust.
One thing we focused on throughout this project was communication. AI and machine learning can become very technical very quickly, so we tried to explain concepts in a simple and understandable way using real world examples. For example, instead of using overly technical language, we described the predictions as a risk score or to make the concept easier to understand for business leaders.
As a group, we divided responsibilities across data analysis, model building, business applications, and presentation design. We incorporated schedules, shared responsibilities, and worked together throughout the project to create the final presentation and report.
Overall, this project demonstrated how AI can improve business decision making.
It also showed how predicting employee attrition could help companies reduce turnover costs and improve employee retention.
And finally, we learned that AI should be used as a support tool alongside ethics, transparency, and human judgment.